Ladies and gentlemen, essentially the National Enquirer, or one of the top officials, top people there in 2016, backed President Trump, or at least his testimony caused or influenced the grand jury to take a break, essentially dropping the case until late April. So once he testified the other day, the chairman of American Media Inc., which publishes the Enquirer, he testified, then immediately they went on break. I believe he had already spoken to prosecutors, I'm not sure. But what took place is, according to CNN, according to court documents, an agent for star Stormy Daniels contacted AMI in October of 2016 and said that Daniels was willing to go public with her allegations of an affair with Trump. The former president does not deny the affair. The individual at AMI, the top executive, took the information to Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, who negotiated with Daniels' attorney to, quote, purchase her silence for $130,000. The court filings from Cohen's plea agreement said, still not a campaign finance issue. It was a personal expenditure. Not one vote would have been altered. Does anyone truly believe one vote would have been altered if somebody found out that Trump in 2016, the hot mic didn't even ruin his campaign? So having a romantic relationship with a star would have then what? Not given him the states he needed? No. Not one vote would have been altered. It's a personal expenditure. The FEC didn't even view it to be a fine, much less a criminal act. But the interesting thing is, you have the executive here. This is similar to extortion. So the executive at the National Enquirer went to Michael Cohen and said, okay, well, she wants to go public, but she won't go public unless she's given money. And so she was given money. So former National Enquirer publisher testifies before grand jury 2 days ago, and now the grand jury is taking a month off. So the probe is basically ended. So what this man did was tell the truth, almost certainly, and it was Stormy that through her, so according to CNN, through her representative, Stormy was going to make it public. So according to the court documents, an agent for Stormy went to the National Enquirer and said, we're going to make this public. The interesting thing is, that the National Enquirer went to Michael Cohen and said, hey, she's going to make it public unless she gets that money. So there's almost a criminal issue there with Stormy. You're going to make it public, and this is all the while like she's eventually being represented by Michael Cohen, by Michael Avenatti, who then spoke at DNC functions and had Hillary Clinton's advisors all around him when he was running for president. So there's so many people linked to the Democratic Party, it's unbelievable. But the really interesting thing is that Stormy went to the publisher of the National Enquirer and said, if I don't, essentially, she didn't say this verbatim, but she said, if I don't get that money, the world will know. Now, honestly, he shouldn't have paid her. Okay, he shouldn't have even paid her. But again, it could have been because he didn't want Melania or his family to know, which probably was the case. Okay, because hit subscribe to this channel right now. We're going to talk about a lot of these issues. The interesting thing here is that, yet again, Trump is not the tyrant. People are going after him because he's a billionaire. Okay, she wouldn't have done this had he not been a billionaire. So she was trying to get money, initially having denied the affair, waiting until October to try to use whatever leverage that she had. So in a way, it was an attempt at blackmail. trying to leverage the situation of November of 2016, saying, hey, look, I'm going to go to the Enquirer, but you know what? Let's take care of this. The confidentiality agreement, let's go ahead. So they say hush money, hush, hush. It's like, no, it's actually kind of like extortion here. You're saying you're going to tell the truth. Well, you denied the whole thing, and then you're going to say that it happened right before November to harm Trump in 2016, which wouldn't have harmed him. He shouldn't have paid the money. Hit subscribe to this channel. Go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, and other publications. And sign up for a newsletter there. And ladies and gentlemen, to my Patreons, thank you. The super thanks, thank you is below next to the like and the share buttons. But this is really interesting. Essentially, the National Enquirer backed Trump, sided with Trump, or told enough of the truth to exonerate Trump. So, again, you're going to have a case where it's all of this started because of an attempt at, you could say, an attempt to extort money. That's essentially what took place. So less than 2 weeks before, Daniels threatened to take her story elsewhere after Cohen failed to either execute the agreement immediately or pay her. Packard told Cohen at the time that the deal needed to be completed or it could look awfully bad for everyone. That's his opinion, according to Cohen then agreed to make the payment and finalize the deal. I think 2016, they said put 2020, I think it was 2016. So I don't know if like anybody's getting a percentage of this deal. So it's really interesting. Like you have to understand also, Michael Cohen is not only, if he paid from his funds, he's probably getting paid. Well, what was he getting paid on an annual basis from Trump? Probably, hundreds of thousands, if not maybe over 1 million. I don't even know. Maybe millions. Who knows? I don't know how much was Trump paying Michael Cohen. So what was Michael Cohen's salary with Trump? So I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Trump donor agreed to pay Michael Cohen $10 million this is just one article, to promote nuclear power project. Okay, so there was a great deal in it for Michael Cohen. Oh, this is, I think, before he flipped and sang. Okay, so again, being that close to Trump was very lucrative for Michael Cohen, and now it's lucrative for Michael Cohen to be against Trump. But this all started with an attempt at gaining money. That's really what happened. That's why the grand jury then said, we'll take another month off. All of this is going to come out. Again, he didn't commit a crime in Georgia in January with Russia, with Stormy. He didn't commit a crime. Hunter did, Hillary did, and I think Hillary Clinton will be the 24 nominee. The Democrats did commit crimes. That's what, and they're actively suppressing, going after them. Even the Honorable James Comey, watch the short on this channel. No reasonable prosecutor would indict. Well, how did the classified data get onto those servers? It's impossible from a cybersecurity perspective. It is impossible. There's no way that's legal for high-level government officials to send their emails to an unclassified secret server. And there's no way at all, and it's completely illegal to even obtain that classified or top secret or SAP data. But again, there's two standards. It's a double standard, two standards of justice. With Trump, they're trying so desperately, but see the thing, everybody that wants to go after Trump has such a sordid past. Everyone from the Lincoln Project, Michael Avenatti's now in prison. You have Alec Baldwin, who his, he accidentally ended someone's life. Jussi Smollett made up a whole story, fabricated, and then, almost went to prison or was convicted of fabricating a hoax. I mean, you have all of these people, and you have former Federal Bureau of Investigation agents who went after Trump, and then they were kicked out of the Bureau. Again, it's everybody that wants to go after Trump. The genesis of all this vitriol starts from the skeletons in their closets. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe.